Apple CEO Tim Cook just bought $3 million of Nike stock. Should you be buying as well? Tracking insider trading is literally my full-time job, so I think I've got some pretty good insight into this insider trade in particular. Tim Cook is the lead independent director at Nike. He's been the director for over 20 years there. In those 20 years, this is his first time ever buying the stock. And in fact, he's also never bought Apple stock either. So this is his first ever purchase. And in the last 15 years, he has made 32 sales and now just this one single purchase. On top of that, the stock is down about 25% or so in the last 4 or 5 months. It's also trading below its median PE ratio, and another director also bought the stock. So all of this combined rates is probably about a 4 out of 5 on the insider trading scale, and it doesn't rate a full 5 out of 5 because typically we'd be looking for an insider that actually already has a really good track record of buying the stock before it goes up. However, it's still a very compelling insider purchase. Now, when looking at Nike itself, we'll notice that the EV sales multiple is trading at a huge discount at about 1.8x versus its median 3.1x, so way below its median. However, the PE is only barely trading below the median, which means that earnings have not been keeping up with sales as much as they used to, which means margins have come down. The reason margins have come down is because they haven't been selling as much in China, which typically has higher margins, and they just have all the tariff pressure as well. They also have some mix shift in how they're selling some of their stuff with more wholesale sales and less direct sales, and they're also writing down a lot of older inventory, which also hurts margins. Now, they've guided for margins to continue to decline actually going forward, so it doesn't look like that's going to turn around anytime soon. However, they did bring back one of their old CEOs just at the end of last year who has been implementing some new strategies and trying to get things turned around here. So Nike itself obviously has been having some troubles as a company. However, this is a pretty high signal insider purchase. For me personally, I just tend to avoid large retail stocks. They're not very interesting to me. I think there's much higher upside opportunities most of the time. However, if that is in your wheelhouse, this is definitely a vote of confidence from both Tim Cook and another director that they do believe this valuation is starting to get a little bit too cheap and things are going to turn around.